All right, guys, welcome back to Jeeping for Beginners. Once again, my name is Josh, and as I explained in the intro, today we are going to be messing with the suspension system on the JK. Now, one of the biggest things that you read about online and that people talk about modifying is replacing control arms. Some people think it's for strength, some people think it's for looks, but 99% of the time, it is actually for the geometry of your steering system. So, like I've mentioned in several videos in the past, our geometry matters so that we can eliminate the death wobble on the front end of our vehicles. But in our case, we are going to replace all 8 control arms. We've got 4 of them up front and 4 of them in the back, upper and lower. And as we go into the video, I'm going to explain a little bit more onto each one. But the biggest reason why we chose to do this now is, as you can see, my tires are just about shot. Okay, so I am looking at replacement tires. These are 37s from BF Goodrich, and they are as tight as they get out back. I want to show you this. Because of the way lift angles work, as the Jeep went up, the rear axle kind of worked its way towards the front of the Jeep. And you can see there's very little gap here. Now, even though the tire is worn out, when it was brand new, there was maybe a half an inch between my rocker guard and my tire. Well, 37s are fantastic, but I'm really thinking that my next set of tires are going to be 38s, and I'm going to go a little bit wider, and that's about where I'm going to land on the JK. In order to do that, we need to take this rear axle and we need to push it back to center. As you can see, we've got all the room in the world back here, very little room up here. So adjustable control arms are going to get that way. On my measuring tape, right here, right now, from the tire to the top, we're at about 2 inches. It's the same on both sides. So I'm using that as a benchmark. As we take the rear end apart and we adjust these control arms, I'm going to show you how to adjust them to get about 3/4 of an inch to an inch more in length on the rear axle. The front end is perfect. We're just simply going to replace those. Now they're pretty much done. But you know what? We are at 73,000 miles. So I really can't be that upset. So just for the record, we chose to do this inside of a shop utilizing a lift for the purpose of filming and the camera angle so that you, as the viewer, can see a lot more close up exactly what we're looking at. This can be done on the ground in your driveway if that's something that you're looking to do. But remember, I would have at least 2 people and a huge amount of patience, because your control arms do carry the majority of the weight of your suspension system when you go to take them out and put them back in. Just a point of advice. So a lot of people ask me, why don't we go with like name brand stuff? I mean, you got Terraflex coils and Fox racing shocks. Why are we going with an off brand like Max speeding rods for control arms? Well, the truth is cost. Okay, I'm going to put a link in the description down below this video, and I want you to actually check it out for yourself. That the cost of 8 of these control arms from Max speeding rods is literally less than half the cost of anybody else. I don't care who, whether we're talking Core 4x4 or Rancho or Superlift, or it doesn't matter. And at the end of the day, these are pretty beefy and they're pretty rugged, so they should still do the trick. So this is a channel designed for beginners. This is a channel designed for those that are just starting out. I'm not trying to show you the absolute cream of the crop and the best of the best and install nothing but Evo manufacturing and Terraflex and whatnot on the Jeep. I'm trying to show you that on a budget, you can still build a quality, rugged machine capable of attacking anything that you can throw at it. We got the lower control arm on the ground because we're going to do one at a time, which is how I would recommend you do it, is one at a time. Let me show you how to set the adjustment for your front control arms. So what you do is you line up the fixed joint that's down here, okay? And then your rotating part with the adjustment that's up here, you can move in and out to get lined up. Now, this control arm is the one that was already in there, and my measurements were already perfect. So, because every one of them is different, we're not going to go based on number of teeth or size of thread or so on and so forth. We are going to line up Johnny joint to Johnny joint to make sure that our overall length is accurate. So, looks like we got to go maybe one more turn, and then that should be about lined up from there. And then your jam nut will just come down and lock it in place. So now we will officially lock it while it's up on the Jeep, but for now, we have our overall length for our lower control arm. Now let's talk about this joint right here. So this is the end that goes up along the frame. And as you can see, unlike this end, it is not a fixed joint. This is a fixed joint, meaning that it's straight and it will always be straight. This one, as you can see, has the ability to move and rotate. This is what they call a Johnny joint. And the reason this is in there is so that as you are articulating off-road and the axle needs to move side to side, this will give it a little bit extra side-to-side movement without binding or putting any additional stress where it doesn't belong. So, in other words, it actually helps to increase the articulation of the front end of your Jeep. All right, so on the rear end, like I said, we are going to try to push the axle back just a little bit. So when we go to measure the length of the control arms, we want to add a little bit to the length of the control arms. Let me show you what I mean. All right, so we've got the fixed end the same, and on the adjustable end, I'm actually going to make it look at about a 3/4 of an inch longer in length. Now you'll notice that the replacement one doesn't have nearly the same bend on it that the factory one does. I do wheel the crap out of this. And looking at this, there are some stress marks on this upper control arm. So there's a real possibility that this bend that's in there is more than it's supposed to be to begin with, which could have been aiding to the axle being so close to my rock rails. But clearance-wise, it should still work. So we're going to get the new one in and check measurements and see how she felt. Once we got it figured out what length that we needed, then all we got to do is count the number of threads that is actually showing. And for the upper and the lower, the number of threads should be the same on all four in the rear, and that should make it nice and even for us when we put it back together. But remember, these are adjustable. So if you don't get it right the first time, when you put everything back together and you're off, it's okay. You can adjust them to get them to exactly where they need to be, which is kind of the point of what we're trying to do. Now we've got the full weight back on the Jeep with the control arms adjusted back out in the rear. And when we take the measuring tape and take a look, we actually gained the entire inch that we were actually looking for. So we went from 2 inches to 3 inches just by setting the adjustments on these control arms. So if you take a look at it, the wheel is actually a little bit more centered in the rear wheel well now. And the best part is because we took the time to measure all four control arms to the exact same length, we're exactly even on both sides, so our thrust angle should be perfect. Like I had mentioned near the beginning of the video, less than half the price of pretty much any other set of control arms that are out there, and they worked great. We got everything in, got the alignment back to where I want it to be, and I think that's the last step before I finally got to just suck it up and spend the money on a new set of tires. So hopefully That'll be in an upcoming video too. But in the meantime, folks, let me know what you think. All right, for something as simple as control arms, to be able to fix your measurements, is that something that you want to attempt in your driveway? I don't know. It actually really wasn't all that difficult. So, in the meantime, folks, stay safe, happy Jeeping, and we'll see you next time.